Good evening, Teacher John.
Good evening. Uh,
Okay, Teacher John, it's a pleasure for me can meeting with you at this moment. So, thank you very much by attending in this short interview. So, I'm going to ask you for some question about culture and language.
okay, I'm very glad that you invite me to this interview, and I.
Okay, the first question is what is the culture for you?
Okay, thanks for that quest for this question. The culture for me are the different ideas, customs, and social behavior of a particular people or society. As the culture is the characteristics and knowledges of a particular group of people, encompassing language, religion, music, habit, arts, and food.
Okay, the second question is what is the influence of culture in the process of a foreign language process?
Both language and culture seem to play a role in what we call foreign language education. So, in the past, teaching about native speaker culture was challenging for teachers who have never lived in that culture. Today, we know that learning English is not only about interacting with native speakers, but also interacting with anyone whom you do not share a mother tongue. In other hands, teaching culture is essential to language teaching and learning.
Okay, thank you very much for this question and this answer, excuse me. And the third question is how do you involve culture in the strategies you use in your English classes? And please give me an example.
There are many topics that I work with my students. For instance, pronouns, verbs, clothes, foods, shapes, daily routine, etc. I think to talk about clothes and the other topics that I mentioned before means culture. So, a real example is when my students raise your hands to participate. It is a symbol of values or customs according to the culture of our country or the country who is answering.
Okay, the fourth question is what do you consider are the most important elements to success in the second language learning?
I consider the most important elements to success in the second language learning are clearly defined parent options, teacher communicate in various levels, introduce new vocabulary words because it helps learners to pick up not only situational vocabulary with easy, but it also highlights nuances of expression. The most important factors that influence are the motivation, support at home, prior linguistic knowledges, and a student's personality.
Okay, to finish, I have the fifth question that is where is the relationship between language and culture?
Culture is reflected in language. Cultural requirements do not determine the structure of language, but influence how it is used. Language and culture are intimately related. Language and culture change together. We pass on our culture through our language, and we are guided by our language to determine our culture.
Okay, Mr. John, thank you so much. Your answers were so clear. That's very kind of you. I hope that in weekend other new opportunity to share many ideas as the important topics.
Okay, thank you very much too. And I have felt very good in this interview, and I hope to be again in this place if God allows. Thank you very much.
Okay,